Hey there everyone, Andy Cassidy here, Cassidy and Associates Real Estate. I hope you are all doing well. Today's video is why Dave Ramsey, host of the successful YouTube channel, author, has a successful podcast, why he is wrong about how people should go about buying their first home. Dave believes it's best to purchase the home with all cash, eliminating a monthly mortgage payment. And now here's a clip of him saying this.
And then when you do buy a house, I love the 100% down plan. I love it when I talk to a young couple. These killer millennials that I get to talk to, they're incredible. And they say, you know, we got married, we were 23 years old, and we lived in a garage apartment, and we were making $110,000 a year, and we saved $50,000 a year for 4 years, and we were 28, we paid cash for a $200,000 house. I love the 100% down plan.
As we heard Dave say, they saved $50,000 a year for 4 years and purchased a $200,000 house. Now it's great for that couple he was speaking about, congratulations to them. But here in San Diego and other places in California, buying a $200,000 house isn't possible. So now using his same example of saving $50,000 a year, which is very difficult to do for a lot of people, now let's apply that to a reasonable purchase price here in San Diego. Just for simplicity's sake and for numbers and making it easy to calculate, we'll say that home is $500,000. So saving $50,000 a year, a big deal just in itself, doing that for 10 years in a row, that would give you enough money to purchase that house, all cash like Dave says, and it's also assuming that the house hasn't appreciated in 10 years, which is unlikely. Regarding saving that initial $50,000 each year, that's also assuming that's post-tax. So really, you have to be making more like $70,000 to $60,000 in order to save that $50,000 post-tax and keep it in a safe place. Now, I think many investors and first-time buyers in real estate would agree with me that putting all cash down is not the right way to go. Now, there's different programs out there to assist you. We have VA loans that you can get 0% down. FHA, depending on your credit and your income, you can get 3.5% down. You've got your conventional loans. Now, people like Meet Kevin, Grant Cardone, Ben Mala, Graham Stephan, they would all agree with me that 100% is not the way to go. You want to put down a decent amount or as little amount down as you can get, so that way you can keep your cash reserves. You don't want to put all your money that you've been saving all these years, that $50,000, into one property. Now, continuing with Dave Ramsey's example of saving $50,000 a year. Now let's say you did this for 10 years, so you've saved up $500,000. Instead of putting that $500,000 on one house, perhaps put 20% down on 5 different properties. So now you're controlling 5 properties for $500,000 rather than one property for $500,000. Now let's say that it's been a good year for the real estate market and home prices have increased 10% this year. Now, if you control one property that you bought $500,000, you'd make $50,000 off of that $500,000. Now, if you did do the 5 house approach, you would make $250,000 just if the market appreciated 10%, because really you're controlling $2.5 million worth of real estate. Also, a benefit of having 5 properties compared to the one is that you're a lot more likely to have a lot more tax write-offs for 5 properties than you are one. And that's as far as I'm going to go for taxes. If you have certain tax questions, contact your CPA or your financial advisor. Now, for those of you who are thinking, but I'll have 5 mortgages to pay if I do that. Well, what you want to do is have tenants renting out 4 of those properties and yourself living in one. So you'll only have 1 mortgage to pay because the tenants will be paying off the mortgage for the other place. And you may be saying also, now if I did buy that one house all cash, I would have no mortgage. But even though you have a mortgage for the one house you'd be living in the example of the 5 house purchase, now that $250,000 appreciation is much more worth it, even if you have a mortgage, than buying one place and having no mortgage. Now let me know in the comments if you think the 5 home purchase route is the better route, or if going with Dave Ramsey's plan of buying one house so you don't have a mortgage. Now let me know which one you guys think is better. Now as always, thank you guys for watching the video. Stay tuned for more videos coming out. Make sure to like the channel as it really helps out the channel to grow and it spreads this video with more people. Subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one.